Right, this is just to make a quick video talking about our PEGIDA demonstration on the 2nd of April in Birmingham. Obviously, before I talk about that, in the current events of this week in Brussels, I'll obviously mention that first. Now, no one was surprised. I wasn't surprised. I don't understand all these people who are saying how shocked they were by what's gone on. We all knew it was going to go on. We're all waiting for it to happen in the UK. Every country in Europe's now sitting waiting daily for attacks. We've allowed 450 ISIS-trained fighters back into the UK. Well done, Dave Cameron. Very well done. Really serious fight you're taking up against ISIS there. We see that one of the most wanted men in the world has been strolling around his home neighbourhood for 4 months, and not one Muslim has reported that he was there. This whole "we're all in it together." No, we're not all in it together. Many Muslim communities across Europe harbour, support and give sympathy to terrorists. There's a reason why terrorism has exploded out of Islam, not out of Sikhism, not out of Hinduism, Judaism or Christianity, Islam. The reason is because the Prophet Muhammad, if he was around today, he was a terrorist, he was an Islamist, he was a murderer, he was a paedophile, he was a rapist. All of these things, the deeds he carried out in his life, it all plays a part into why these atrocities are happening. Now, political correctness is pandering our political leaders to prevent this. If we look at the demographical change that's going to happen to Europe, without the refugee crisis, we're talking about the refugee crisis, but without that, okay? The growing numbers in our communities, the exploding birth rate of over 5 children per head from Muslim males. Is there anyone that can sit there and say it's going to benefit us? It's going to bring us... What has Islam brought Europe? What good has it brought us? And that's just being truthful. I'm not saying all Muslims are bad. What I'm saying is, what has this backward ideology really given to our society? What good has it brought our society? And I was asked the other day, would the UK be a better country if without any Muslims? And I'm sorry, but the reality is it would have been a better country if we didn't allow Islamic immigration into it. It would have been a much better and safer country. We wouldn't be spending £9 billion a year monitoring would-be jihadists. We wouldn't have had 1,400 kids raped in one town. We wouldn't have had 7/7. Lee Rigby would still be alive. All of these things play a part because of Islamic immigration. And if you dare say we need to stop Islamic immigration into Europe, which we do and we must, then you're classed as a bigot and as an extremist. I've been classed as a racist or an extremist for 6 years. I now sit and listen to the same radio presenters who were giving me a hard time 3, 4, 5 years ago. Those same people now saying everything that I've said for 6 years. We've moved forward in the debate, but are we any closer to solving any of the problems? If you're one of these people who sits there, you're angry, you think our political leaders are leading our country into a path we shouldn't be taking. Giving your children, are they really handing a safe and prosperous country down to your children? Are they? No, they're not. If you think like that, then what can you do about it? I was asked today on American radio, well, if everyone's angry, where are they? That's what he said. If people in Brussels are really angry, where are all these people? The same in the UK. If the majority of the people who feel this way, feel scared, feel fearful, are fed up, are angry, are frustrated and had enough of what's going on, had enough of the Islamisation of our country, had enough of political leaders making decisions that will cause the destruction of this nation. If you've had enough of that, then what are you doing about it? And that's the issue. Is we had our first demonstration, and we wasn't thinking 1 demonstration, 2 demonstrations. When we started PEGIDA UK and we agreed to do it, we was thinking down the path of the summer. I was more thinking when there's a terrorist attack in the UK. Not because I want one, because one's going to happen. Because we know one's going to happen. Yeah? And when it does, we need to be able to react to it. And I want to react to it in getting the masses out on the streets. The masses. But for the masses to support you, they need to know what your organisation's about. So the people who thankfully come to the last PEGIDA demonstration have helped put it on that path. They've helped show people. We held a silent walk. Go and watch it for yourself. PEGIDA, it was our first demonstration in Birmingham. We held a silent walk for a mile. And it felt more powerful in silence. And the silence was for contempt and disgust at what's being allowed to happen to our great, beautiful country. And that's what it is. And we had a mile-long walk, and we had speeches given by myself, Paul Weston, Anne-Marie and Mohammed, who is a Pakistani apostate from Islam. He's left and he's now a Christian. It was very calm, no alcohol, which is the same again. No alcohol's allowed at the demonstration. If you watch that, that's what we're asking for again. We have a demonstration on the 2nd of April, and I'm going to be completely honest. I wasn't going to be, but I'll be completely honest with this. I've made this video now. We have 8 days to the demonstration. I've been so busy with work myself. On the 14th of April, I stand trial again. And my solicitors believe if I'm convicted, I'll be back in prison. So I've perhaps been under pressure from my wife, which I'm always under pressure from my wife. It doesn't seem to work though, but I've been under pressure from my wife because the weekend before, I'm now going to be walking through Birmingham. And I was then in the mind that I was going to say that I couldn't make it. But if I didn't, and if we didn't, and if you didn't come, then what is there? And who's trying to stand up for it? I want to be able to look at my kids, and I'm sure every one of you do, and say, I've done everything I could. Everything I could. For when they're born into a generation that doesn't have the freedom that they should have, that they have to live in fear of attacks, fear of rape gangs. They shouldn't have to. And I want to say I did everything I could to highlight that issue. And I'm sure everyone else does. And the point I just want to make is that I can say whatever I want. I'm not going to make anything happen. Yeah, you are. The people by coming, it's in Birmingham. It's at the NEC. You go to Birmingham International Airport train station. It's very... Last time there was no one there. This time the area is going to be mobbed because there's a gadget show at the NEC. There's also some big, I don't know, some Airbus and there'll be a load of plane spotters coming in, 6,000 of them apparently for Birmingham Airport. So the reason why we've chose this location is that we can prove ourselves. I know plenty of people for this demonstration who are bringing their children. This will be a completely safe environment to come and have your voice heard. There is no counter-protest to us. Lutz Bachmann and Ziggy, the members of the PEGIDA Germany leadership, will be travelling over to walk with us. And all I'm asking from you, just come and walk with us. And it's not, don't get disheartened on the first one. We're not going to have the thousands and thousands and thousands. When there's a terrorist atrocity, we're going to have thousands out on the streets of the city where they do it, or wherever it happens, we are. And that's going to be the moment that really we can launch a fight back against what's happening. But that's the demonstration. So if you're fed up, if you're angry and you're frustrated, PEGIDA is an organisation you can support, you can get behind. There's no alcohol, no face coverings and no violence. A very calm atmosphere. People witnessed it last time. We want the same as that again. That's it. That's all this video is about. As I said, I wasn't going to be making it simply because my wife said I should be spending it with my children, which she's pretty much right as well. I said, but I have to. I feel I have to. I feel everyone has to. I feel we have to make the effort. It's not that much of an effort on a Saturday to travel up to Birmingham. It's not that much of an effort. It's not. You can drive up there. Last time I drove up there, parked my car at the demonstration point and drove home straight afterwards. It took 4 or 5 hours. That's it. And you can play your part in building and helping us create an organisation and a reputation that people feel they can support. When the masses are willing to come out on the street, which they will be, because this terrorism is not stopping. This Islamisation is not stopping. It's going to continue. We're going to have a crazy summer. That migrant crisis that saw 1 million young fighting-age Muslim men enter Germany last year. Wait until the sun's out. Wait until summer. Millions are coming. Millions. And the only way, we need to send a clear message to our government. We have to. And we want that to be a disciplined and unified message. So, again, not going to rant. That's all I seem to do is rant. But join us on the 2nd of April. It's at Birmingham. It's going to International Airport train station is the meeting point. We've got over a mile-long march. We nearly drowned last time with the weather. It can't be as bad as that. And I hope to see you all there. Thank you. God bless.